Yo, what's poppin', Carolina Nation and all my Pantherologists? Welcome to today's episode of Pantherology, the 4 things the Carolina Panthers should do for the final 4 games of the season. So, I've had the creative juices flowing, this week since we're on a bye, so I've kind of been trying to think of some topics to talk about, and I've came up with 4 that I'd like to share with you. So, before we get into today's topic, as always, show your support, guys. Keep showing your support. Pound that like button, because if you're not doing it, you're not helping me out. So, I need some help. Pound the subscribe button. More subscribers, more raw content. Click that notifications bell on top of that so you get the new videos to come out, so you keep giving me the likes and subscribes that I need. I need it. Comment down below. I always like to hear your comments, all right? All right, so let's get into today's topics. So we got 4 to talk about here. So, the Carolina Panthers entered their bye week with a 4-8 record and are in dead last of the NFC South division. The Panthers' playoff hopes for 2020 are all but dead. And now it's time that the team focuses on the future. Now, Carolina has 4 games remaining, and 2 of which are very winnable games versus Denver and at Washington. So, if the chalk holds, the Panthers will likely finish with a 6-10 record, which may not be good enough, or should I say bad enough to earn a top pick in the 2021 draft. So, with the team season essentially over, there are 4 things I have came up with that I think the Panthers need to look at to not only save the future, but help the future for being in a good draft position. So let's talk about those 4 things. The first one is shut down Dante Jackson. Now, this may be already be a conversation that has taken place between head coach, Matt Rule, and the front office. So, Jackson has been dealing with nagging toe injury all season long and has never been able to play at full strength. So, he would repeatedly have to remove himself from the game. And because of that, the injury would be re-aggravated, and I think it would be too painful for him to finish. So, he has missed the last 2 games with just 4 games left. It may be best for the Panthers to just let that foot heal and have Jackson return, fully healthy, especially for the 2021 season. Next, consider shutting down Christian McCaffrey, another person that I feel like we need to shut down. So, I know, everyone wants to see McCaffrey on the field. And, who wouldn't? Like I mentioned with Jackson, there are only 4 games remaining on the schedule. So, what is having McCaffrey on the field going to do, really, that will benefit the team, for the season? The playoffs are well out of reach, and winning games at this point will only hurt your draft position. So after missing 6 games to a high ankle sprain and 3 games to a shoulder injury, why risk any further injuries to happen to your best player in a meaningless 4-game stretch? If the playoffs were still a possibility, it would be a total, different story. So, I think the smart thing to do here is to seat him and protect the future of Christian McCaffrey. Next, I think we need to keep starting Jermaine Carter over Tahir Whitehead. Jermaine Carter Jr. showed some promise last year, racking up 31 tackles in limited action. I figured he would have played a much bigger role in the Panthers' defense in 2020. But according to, Matt Rule, it took him some time to get accustomed to the whole new defense. So, starting Mike linebackers Tahir Whitehead has been dealing with a rib injury, and Jermaine Carter has filled in, I think, quite nicely. I mean, he's totaled up 21 tackles over the last 4 weeks, including 8 tackles in Sunday's loss to Minnesota. So even with Tahir Whitehead healthy, I think Jermaine Carter gives the defense a better chance to succeed. I mean, Whitehead has been a bit of a disappointment in my opinion, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's not on the Panthers roster in 2021. So, but next one, don't tank, but don't win too many games. That's my next topic. This kind of coincidence with shutting down McCaffrey and Jackson and having those guys out there certainly gives, us a better chance to win, obviously. I mean, but you got to keep asking yourself, is it worth it? Because, I mean, at this stage of the game, I think it would make the most sense to play your younger guys in more significant roles and to see what you really have moving forward. I mean, McCaffrey, Jackson, and some of the other vets bring to the table. Now is a good time to evaluate the guys that are found deeper on the depth chart and preserve the health of your banged up starters. I'm not saying rest everyone, but don't be surprised to see some guys that you normally wouldn't see get some more opportunities. Now, I'm not a big person for tanking, but you don't want to continue finishing with a 6-10 or 7-9 record and not be in a position to draft in the top 5. It's okay for Carolina to have a top 5 or so pick in the 2021 draft. That's what many anticipated anyways and expected in the first year of the rebuild. So, guys, that is my 4 things that I think the Panthers should do for the final 4 games of the season. Pound that like button, pound the subscribe button, click that notifications bell so you know when the new videos come out. Comment down below. I'd love to hear what you think. Panther Nation, Pantherologists, that's a wrap. Keep pounding.